space, and we get real high. It's a Toke N Talk Show. Come on by and make lots of music and art with the Toke N Talk Show.
Oh, Kit Kat, I didn't even realize she was napping there. It's adorable.
Da da da
Da da da
da da da
da da da.
da.
He knew.
1, 2, 3.
Album of the week, and this week's album is
Helpless Blues with the Fleet Foxes. Go listen to it. Let's pick it up at your local record store.
just pick it up, just take it home, just put it in and just listen to music. If you don't have a record player, go get yourself a record player.
Put it on.
You can also just download this on iTunes or Spotify, whatever. You're an adult. You can
Do
figure
it.
this out.
This is too much.
Yeah, this is
Times.
Fleet Foxes, Helplessness Blues.
Thank you.
Oh. A lot of cute cats around in this neighborhood, I would say.
We got
Four of them are ours.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again.
Yes, it is.
Welcome
To the Toke N Talk Show.
with Tanner.
And Derek.
And Cory.
We got Cory here. We're taking the Toke N Talk Show into a slightly different direction.
Yes, we are.
We-
So we pretty much found interviewing at the stage of our YouTube channel right now puts a lot of pressure on the guests, and it's just like it's not easy to find guests all the time, and we just have a lot of people who are willing to be on the show more or talk, have these deep talks,
Have a hangout,
awesome conversations, and like. It's just going to be a talk show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about things with cool people. Today, this is my roommate, Cory.
Hi, everybody.
He's new to...
He's new to the show,
Show.
so you've never seen him before, but he could be reoccurring.
Exactly.
He's a very intellectual man. I've had some deep conversations with him already.
Yeah. I'd like to see us having more... Because the deep talks is kind of everybody's favorite part of the show, and to have it a little bit more centered around that, I think is going to be a little bit more advantageous. I think that'll be where our hit is, and
And like we still have plans to do some interviews in the future.
Anybody can have a
with
deep
groups,
talk, right?
And especially like if we get bigger and actually start getting a better repertoire. Then we can definitely snowball it. Then we can get back into interviews.
Yeah. But anyways, what are we talking about today?
Today we are first gonna let the viewers enjoy a little bit of our cats around here.
Many
We
cats.
have a Kit Kat over here.
Edgar just
We have-
popping up behind us.
Edgar, little black cat. We have Teddy. He's
Shot there.
off
A
camera.
little peekaboo, playing a little peekaboo over there.
Yeah. We could probably actually make a documentary out of this, out of these cats.
Coming soon.
and we
to
have
a
Legless.
YouTube channel near you.
Cats of the Diva Den.
Dun dun dun.
So today we're going to talk about the importance of mental health and, the value of therapy and why it should, be part of the free healthcare system.
Totally.
And it shouldn't have the stigmas that it really does in common society. Generally there's a therapy for there's a therapy for therapy. There's a stigma for therapy and counseling and psychology and all that, and even like having a life coach. That you have to have something wrong with you. You have to
something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really not the case. Like I'm not necessarily that case, but people who have perfectly stable lives could use counseling and life coaching just to get a new perspective or to try to organize things in a different fashion. Help them out in whatever way.
Yeah, definitely. Like I honestly found that. Getting out of that depression was one thing, but I always wanted to keep a therapist around, like even after I was done being depressed, because I just liked the way that I was approaching my life after, like, you know, always going to update them on stuff, them getting me to really dig deep into like why I'm doing things and the importance of it, and strategies, resources, and stuff like that. They just bring more ideas of how you can, you know, maintain, manage, and you know, propel your life in a positive direction.
Well, I mean, anybody who considers himself like mentally well could. I don't think there could be any negative effects to actually going to see a specialist just to talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, I think only positive things could come
But
from
I mean,
that.
I definitely think that when it comes to that kind of mental health, like the life coaching like that one can be a little bit more lenient on the pricing. Like, you can actually charge people for just life coaching, whereas therapy, that should go down under healthcare, where it should be something that you definitely should get for free, because
covered by.
Well, you can find free healthcare. Actually, I'm taking a free therapy session. Definitely, I think it's quality for money.
Right.
But there are programs already out there that you can find that stuff. But like it just comes down to emergency. If you're fucking breaking down and you know that you're a danger to yourself and you need a therapist
or others.
But and usually a lot of times people are depressed because they don't have money. So how are you expecting these people who don't have money to go and pay for somebody who can help them deal with the stress of not having any money?
Damn.
Exactly. Well, almost no matter where you are in Canada and US, there are a couple free options. With like Salvation Army has a free, I think it's I think they have a 24-hour one that's a free emergency therapy.
That's great.
And stuff like that for like a one-time walk-in, or you try to organize other things. I know in some places, like I was on the island for a little while. Thank you. I ended up finding a discounted counseling, and it was pretty much a pay what you can. So it was $10 a session for me, and it was honestly really helped me through a really depressed, anxious period of my life when I just ended engagement. Like engagement was just ended, of a long relationship, and I was just in a really bad headspace, and not valuing myself and my choices as much as I should have. And it really helped me, get things back on track and start, with another perspective, help me view things in a way I probably wouldn't have otherwise.
Well, you could talk to them and tell them things that you would. Because socially, like, you might not want to, like, talk to some people about it in your everyday life, but if it's someone that's, like, kind of detached from your reality, from your normal everyday life, that you can speak to on a professional level, who's not going to, like, spread what's going on, they're just here to, like, be an ear to help you out, then that sounds really nice,
They also know when to listen and when to say things, because you can have family and friends, and they will do their best to help you out, and you will appreciate it, but a lot of times they say things at inappropriate times where you're like, okay, thank you, but this is not really what I need to hear right now. Yeah. I know this stuff, or like, thank you, I love you too, but right now I need something else. And usually therapists know when to listen and when to say things, and when to give you advice and when to, not give you advice. Because
most therapists and counselors and whatnot are trained to be mirrors. So you explain your life to them, what you've been doing and how you've been doing it, and they tell it back to you pretty much. That's all they're really doing. They're telling it back to you, but like with the facts, with like a comforting way, in a comforting sense, is almost stating like the facts about how you've been acting, and point out like what you told them, and they pick out of it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's really what it is, and they just mirror the facts back at you within a different perspective.
So then you get to see it like spelled out. You see it spelled out in front of you and laid out, and you're just like, wow, okay. So
and you get to sit there and look at yourself and pick through your own thoughts, and that's why you start to understand these little things about yourself. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I really want to get back into it.
Yeah,
so I mean, didn't get quite. I don't feel like I quite got to the point where like I completely understand the reasons behind all my motivations and stuff like that, and I could really use that mirror to help me understand that part of myself for different ways and different senses. You know what I mean? In my day-to-day life.
Right.
Yeah, like one of the most recent lessons. Well, like when I went to therapy a little while back, talking about how when you're really angry, or when you're when you're having an anxiety attack and how all your focus kind of narrows down onto this one thing, but life is this giant thing. So yeah, a giant thing of perspective and angles, and like now you're just focused on like say somebody says something mean to you, and like you're just thinking about all the shit that they said, and you're not thinking about, oh, but there's a whole huge world out there of other people who don't think that or have never said that to me, and your focus narrows down.
Right.
And well, absolutely. As humans, we have a tendency to get lost in tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Get lost in the moment, and little things can send us on week-long tangents. We keep coming back to it, and it's our nature. The key to that is simply being mindful, understanding that about yourself, and then choosing not to.
Yeah.
And that, it really is as simple as it sounds when it comes down to it. But without having that experience, it's always difficult at first to really just think about it. Like, force yourself to be mindful of your actions and your thoughts, and just
you are the master of your own mind, right? Like, as far as you think of reality. And you really are, and your reality is whatever you think it to be, right? And if you
perceive it to be.
If you decide that you want to be better, you want to be getting better, then that's up to you, right? That's up to you to decide. And I think people around you need to like understand, And
I think
getting other people to understand is probably the harder part.
Yeah, and I think you owe it to yourself to be self-aware and like to learn about these things, like learn about the way the brain works and learn about how you react, and go to, like, that's actually what's great about therapy is therapy help, like they help you teach you how to be mindful of your own thoughts so you can control it and everything. And hello
Shawna.
Hi. Are you here to join?
Yes.
All right, come grab a seat.
Pull up a chair.
I guess we could get Sean over here.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys watch any of our earlier episodes, you will remember Shawna. She was our third.
I live
interview
here.
Yeah.
She was the one.
I moved in with her.
Ironically,
and him.
After all.
And you know
what? That's
soon meet the other people.
I would say that's a genuine reality of what the show has been, is a way for people to get connected and to help themselves, help each other. It's the big deal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Now,
there's more toking than there's ever been on the Toke N Talk Show. That's what happens when you get 4 people on a talk show.
Half ounce, so.
No, it's extreme.
Kit Kat, you want any
Thank
weed?
I'm not a huge fan.
You want some weed?
So, Shawna,
what
is your experience with mental health?
Too much.
Too much?
Too much. I mean, like, there's mental health and there's coping with mental health in a like positive way, where it's like you're helping yourself even though you suffer and stuff, but you're taking control.
Yeah.
And then there's the not so helpful way, where you just let your mental health control
That's
you pretty much.
Of course.
And like, there's a difference between having your mental health define who you are and defining who you are without that.
Yeah, and that's where you really have to make the choice. Am I gonna, when you have that choice to take the depressed way of doing it or the positive grown-up way where you just kind of like,
Cup half full or half empty? Or is it just Gatorade?
Right?
Yeah.
We don't know. It's what you make, really.
It's what you decided it is.
It's what you're pouring in.
What you're pouring
in. And I think
exactly.
People who choose the positive outcome more often, I think that's kind of what being an adult is just like, instead of thinking about like a way to distract yourself, a way to like tackle on a challenge.
Who don't.
I know a lot of adults who don't really think long term. Like, well, I mean, like, you're kind of, once you're at that point, it's more about when you're a child, like setting yourself up with skills early on, and like passions and all these things that you can grow as a person continuously through your life. Because if you found yourself around like 30 and you don't really have any like skills other than like if you have just like a normal job that you've been doing for a while, you'll have a skill in that, but then you'll find yourself stuck in that because you never learn, like,
you know, I think you have to, a sign of maturity is being able to take responsibility for yourself
and your choices.
Exactly.
Like I think that's one of the biggest things I find amongst people is people don't want to take responsibility for their own choices. Just life dealt them that hand.
Yes.
Well, no.
Life has some say to it, but you
have
the other.
Because
then you're no matter what, no matter what, you choose how you react to something. You know,
you're putting it into an outside of you perspective. Like, you're saying that person, there's someone out there, there's like a grand scheme of things, is responsible for my for my life being poor or for my whatever. It's less of that. It's more of like you are trying to be the person that you want to be, right?
What games are more rewarding? Games where you start off with nothing, or games where you already start off with virtually everything?
Of course, games where you start off with nothing.
Exactly.
Because when you start off with everything, you lose it all pretty much, right?
Yeah, true, exactly.
I'm thinking Sims right now.
No, that makes perfect sense. That's like life, though, too, right? Like, how many people go like completely bankrupt after like winning the lottery? Like,
I wish there was a cheat code for life. I'm not saying I'm
cheat code. There is a cheat code.
It's math,
but it's the hardest one to follow.
Called not paying your taxes, isn't it? That's what Donald Trump did.
Jeez.
Tax fraud.
The key to life is what Shia LaBeouf says. Just do it. Just do it.
How about
Yes.
John Cena? You can't see me.
Yeah. Yes.
No, but just do it. Absolutely. Because you want to be happier. Well, just do it. Do things more often that make you happy. Choose not to dwell on
find
things
out
that make you unhappy,
what
you know?
things make people happier too. That's why I work out now, because physical exercise. Take care of your body. Your body will.
Well, that's
take care of the mind.
That's the Triforce, right? Like mind, body,
jumping
the
down
spirit.
I'm gonna get my cigarette.
That's a whole nother topic.
No, absolutely, I agree with that. But like jumping down to the very scientific fact with that's absolutely true. Exercise, intense exercise boosts the serotonin count in your brain, because the different chemicals you get going when your muscles are working constantly, and it boosts both your dopamine and serotonin counts in your brain.
Yeah.
So
it's your physical
physically makes you happier.
Your physical power that powers your thoughts and your emotions.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that I do. I'm learning a language, which at this age is actually pretty great for my mental development, because I'm learning to think of. I'm pretty much taking, as my brain's now slowing in development, I'm doing something that forces your brain to open up. So I'm kind of like keeping that open mind that like children have, like that you have as like it closes as you get older. I'm kind of forcing it to stay open, you know, just like keeping the mind open, you know.
Come on in, world.
If we're still on the subject of before, I wanted to say that, all you gotta really do is choose your favorite Moana quote and live by it.
Bum, bum.
That is true.
I think if you have a quote, a mantra, as some people might call it, it can really help, boost you along, right? Like to keep your
Uncle Iroh
your guidance, right?
Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender is my role model. I want to be him when I'm older.
He's epic.
He's just always wise. He's happy. He's funny. He's kind to everybody around him.
Yeah.
And he just, those words of wisdom, man.
He really was like an amazing character throughout the whole series, because he's just constantly like, he's literally everybody he meets, you're engaged. Like, this guy's charismatic,
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was just. he's a model mentor. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't think there's any
Avatar.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think there in any series there's a better mentor, in my opinion.
No, I absolutely agree. Just I hope none of us ever have the experiences he had.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, if that's what it takes to make that kind of man, right?
Yeah.
Cory,
No, you just gotta.
From the.
It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like the pattern of it is so fucking weird. It looks like I have chicken pox.
That's a burn.
Burn from like
an oil burn.
Grease, yeah.
When we're
all over my arms and I have nothing.
I've never had an oil burn before, so it could be a lot to do with that. Maybe.
That is.
I've got this nice scar from some like oil.
One time a fire extinguisher fell on my toe, but.
Oh,
Ouch.
that's intense.
Man.
Oh fuck! No, I feel that. No, when I was like 16, me and my mother's boyfriend were moving an old steel stool because he couldn't lift it on his own. I feel the need to point that out because I find it funny.
Oh, you know,
and it was one of those ones with the solid like
cast.
cast. Not even steel, like cast iron base, right? So it was fucking heavy. And we pick the thing up, and the base breaks off the freaking seat, and it falls on my foot. Shatters my toe.
Shatters.
That's
Ew.
not a word I like to hear.
I could just see
with
little
bones.
bits of Cory's toe everywhere.
No, it wasn't the toe
Is
itself,
the
like the
video
bone.
like
it shatters
Maybe
shatters
there's only that part.
the long bone and the big toe.
Or show an image to you of like a shattered toe.
Nah.
We should tap dance soon. If you ever want to tap dance.
Tap dancing?
I don't know if
Okay,
this
I
will
can learn
fit me,
tap
but-
dancing.
Yeah, I can show you some stuff. I don't know everything anymore. I haven't taken dance lessons in a while.
Can we
like,
can we just talk
Always
about
learn things.
Can we talk about the importance of dance next?
oh,
Yes.
dance is a good outlet.
Because like, damn, like when you get your body like moving, like it really it's such like an intense feeling. You know, like
Yeah.
it just brings
I-
your like mood up. You know.
And I honestly, when I really want to play good with guitar, it's better to dance.
Yeah, you gotta dance with it, right?
Well, just really get into it.
Well,
man.
yeah, you just
Passion.
your whole body is the song, and that means that it's less about what you're playing and more about what you're feeling, and then your feelings just they
Yeah.
naturally come out onto the instrument.
I really think like that. You know, if you have the skill with the instrument, that you can put in the time to like different notes and whatever, then you can really let yourself go. Like it's hard at first, I think, when if you don't know.
Well, you need to think before you can unthink.
Exactly,
It's like
yeah.
with
It's double
driving.
speak, you know? Like-
Driving, it's a lot of fucking thinking at first, but now you're just driving. You're
put on the
listening to
radio.
music. Freaking, you're talking on the phone with someone because you know you are. You know you are. You
should
talk
not.
to other people like they're
Don't do
assholes,
it.
but you're
Don't
on
do
the
it.
phone too.
But no, you're just on autopilot because you know you.
Yeah, you're on
so used to it.
autopilot because it's subconscious now.
Yeah.
You can't have one of your hands like being occupied. Like you need to have both hands. So I think like because phones, like people have speakers in their cars
And Bluetooth.
now. You can talk on Bluetooth. You can use your speaker phone on your phone. So you can literally. Just,
And even like as newer
It's like they're
vehicles, you have
sitting-
the Bluetooth
you know,
touchscreen monitors
that-
that connect to your phone.
in that way you're as
So, like-
you're as distracted as you would be if someone was sitting right next to you in the seat, right?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can totally like, you know, hey, how's it going? You know, I'm just driving.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, like it's.
But dancing, man. I was gonna dance my whole way.
Do you want to do us a dance?
Do it, Jake.
I could do a little jig.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
That's my trick. I could.
He needs music.
I have rap music coming out of the.
It's so subtle though.
I can also sing to you. La 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 la.
We're cutting that out.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Dance can help you with your mental state too if you're sad. So,
Well, absolutely, you know, because it's you know, you're trying to get lost in the music or whatnot, so you're trying to lose yourself to a euphoric state, and it's exercise. Again, exercise boosting the serotonin count.
yeah.
So, right there, yeah, dance is absolutely healthy for great for mental health. It's just got to find some type of dance you like and get lost in it.
Yeah, yeah. You know, even just like flailing your arms and legs, you know, provides a decent amount of energy. It's like, because I don't dance, like, I don't know moves and stuff, but I'm just like, I just move my limbs, you know, to a beat, and it feels good.
Move towards the singularity. What was the non-point?
The non-point.
Point singularity.
The point of non-existence.
Yeah, move towards the non-point singularity. I think that's what the saying that Mark and them.
Yeah.
Like we have an older episode with Mark in it, and he talks about that moment where you're just in it. You don't think about time and space. You lose
yourself the moment.
Yeah. You are just the moment.
Concerts are so great because you go to a concert. Not only do you have like really cool music that you're listening to, you can kind of like do whatever. Joe Baker, that we should invite him over again soon because he is a beautiful dancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
And every show he goes to, he's always like everyone's always huddled around him, and he's doing these crazy dance moves. Like he dances like no one's watching.
It's a spectacle, you know. Like,
you know,
there's like competitions people have. Literally, I've been on set some days, and they'll have like professional dancers come in for like some musical number that's happening in like a lunchroom or some fucking like Disney Hallmark shit. And so they're just like doing these crazy dances, and then like I sometimes like see the same people like we use, but they're all like they dance like insanely, and you're like, how do you like? How does everybody move in such a perfect form? And like, it's just like, because like
years
the music,
of training,
the music, and like years of training to do these like things.
And
like,
it's just the feeling. It's the feeling. It's
everybody's on sync. Everybody's like,
when you're in the feeling. From guitar experience, I've never played better than in the feeling, and that's the time I thought about it the least. So like, they just, it's crazy what you can do when you.
Unofficial. Would you guys be willing to try to organize a flash mob?
I've been trying to do that since we moved in, bitch. Like, actually, where you have, like, one song going and you have the video camera going and everyone's doing, like, dancing in each room.
Literally, like, we'd all meet up somewhere and then just go along into a public place doing our own things.
Right here.
No.
Promote the house. We need a new roommate for September.
Pause the video.
Who is it, Mom?
Well, we don't have to pause it.
Right.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hello. What's up?
On with Nick. Yeah. Hey, what's up, buddy? You're on the show right now.
Toke N Talk Show.
You're on the Toke N Talk Show.
Yeah.
Say hey.
We're filming. We're very loosely filming, as you can tell. We're with Cory and Shawna right now. We're just talking about mental health and like dance and just like enjoying your life. Anyways, what's up, Nick?
I just wondering what's up with you.
Not much, man.
We're doing this for like the next like 20 minutes. Then we gotta head over to the podcast. Do you want to go to the podcast?
Yeah,
stream?
just on Science World area.
Yeah.
Are you guys just head over to mine after that, or what?
At like 7 after?
I'm gonna have to head home after.
Why?
Yeah.
Why so aggressive?
Why, Derek?
I just work. And
He wants to do mushrooms.
you want to do mushrooms tonight?
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I didn't run it by Derek yet.
I can't.
Oh, you work or something?
Well, it's just not a good time. No. If I was gonna do mushrooms today, I'd already be doing it.
That's true.
It's too late.
But we have the pod stream is the only reason why we would have to wait. I'm still down though.
I just think like we want to start around noon.
Yeah, and then we can do a third one, or like we can just buy them. We'll buy you mushrooms.
We're supposed to all do it together. That's why I said we should have done it that day.
You would stop tripping around 12 o'clock. You could still get home, and you could still go to set tomorrow. If we do it at 7, you have time, Derek.
Look.
It's only a 4-hour trip anyways.
No. I want to go home because I'm going to go spend some time with you.
That's the... Okay.
Lady time.
Well, then we're doing mushrooms.
You hear that, Nick? There's another woman.
Thursday was the Tanner and Derek day, so that's why we're going to do mushrooms without you.
But I've been working like every day of the week. Like, I'm just trying to have some, like, you know.
You can manage this. You said you're going to visit me more.
I'm visiting you right now.
Exactly, and this is because it's Thursday and it's our day.
Oh my god, you guys are going to do mushrooms today.
We're going to do it.
That's intense, man.
So wait, where are you guys doing mushrooms?
We don't know. We're just after we're done the pod stream, then Nick's gonna come grab us, and we're gonna just figure out.
Do you want to wrap this video up?
Yeah, we should definitely wrap this video up.
We're done talking now. But I mean, it's already 30 minutes, so that's like.
Oh yeah, that's well good enough. Okay, we're just gonna close this up quick, and then we'll. We need Shawna here because it looked pretty weird.
The Toke N Talk Show.
If she just like disappeared.
just
get him to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Nick, do it.
This has been the Toke N Talk Show with Derek and Shawna.
Woo! Yeah, with guest stars Cory and Shawna.
Yeah, that was that.
The worst audio ever. Worst audio cut.
Worst best.
We're high.
I'm really big.
I'm fucking stoned.
Oh. Yeah, we did you guys good?
Yeah.
Good. Alright, I'm happy about that one at least. Did half the show right.
Alright, but we're actually let's also just do alright, Shawna disappeared. I don't know where she went.
She may come back one day, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But anyways, this has been
The Toke N Talk Show
with Tanner
and Derek
And Cory.
Peace out.
and then we walk off the set. I always like that, us walking off at the end.